We're going to begin this practice by coming into a comfortable seat and taking 5 breaths. During those 5 breaths, I encourage you to just tune into your body, tune into your breath, and slowly let the outside world drift away. Begin by placing your hands somewhere comfortable, closing your eyes, or softening your gaze. Take a deep breath in and feel the air flow into your throat, your lungs, and then your belly. And exhale all the way out, feeling your body sink into the mat and relax. Take 4 more breaths here. Following the flow of your breath. After your 5th exhale, just sit yourself up a little bit taller. And let's start by taking a deep breath in together again. And a deep breath out to sink our feet and our hips down into the ground. When you're ready, sweep your arms up on the breath in. Reach your hands up as tall as you can go. And exhale to float your hands down and to relax your shoulders. Take 2 more breaths like that. Breathing in to lift up. Exhaling to float down. Let's move into a little flow here. As you breathe in now, lift your arms up. As you exhale, plant your left hand on the floor, reach your right arm over. Inhale to sweep both arms up. Exhale, plant your right hand down, reach your left arm over. Keep flowing like that, breathing in and out. Keep going. One more round. Then inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale to float them down through to your heart center. Take your hands onto your knees. Inhale to lift your belly and your chest forward. And as you exhale, drop your back behind you, tuck your chin in and round your back. 2 more rounds. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, rounding and dropping down. Inhale, float your arms up again. This time twist to your left side. Bring your left hand behind you and your right hand onto your knee. Inhale back to center, sweep both arms up. And exhale to the opposite side. 1 more on each side, breathing in, lifting up. Just be sure to take it easy for this part of the class. Not stretching too deep, just checking in with your body and slowly warming it up. Come back to a neutral position. And as you exhale, drop your hands out to the sides, bringing them horizontal to the floor. Then bring your right elbow on top of the left and come into eagle arms. If you can't link your hands together, take your hands on your shoulders, draw your chin in and round your back behind you. Take 3 deep breaths into your back. Feel the space of your back expand and feel your shoulders soften. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring them horizontal to the floor. And then take your left elbow on top of your right, coming into eagle arms. Round your back behind you, soften your shoulders, and breathe 3 breaths. Release your arms, reach them up. As you exhale, now we're going to float our hands down in front of us and to stretch into our lower backs, we're going to slowly arch ourselves forward from the hips. So instead of rounding your back, simply drop the hips down like so. Draw your chin in and take 3 breaths. What I'd like you to do as you breathe here is rock your shoulders from side to side. And one of those sides that you rock towards is going to increase or decrease the stretch. What I'd like you to do is find a perfect stretch for your body right now. So just take the time to find a spot that feels good. Hold there and breathe. Make sure you soften on the exhale. And take one more mindful breath there. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Take your feet together now. And to stretch onto the insides of our hips, we're going to draw our feet close towards our body. Breathe into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, again, tilt from the hips, drawing your belly forward, drawing your chest forward, and gently pressing your arms into your legs. Draw your chin in and extend up through the top of your head. Take 3 deep breaths here. Good. Gently open your eyes. So we've stretched into the shoulders and the neck. We've stretched into our upper back. Now we're going to stretch into So we've already stretched into the shoulders and the neck. We've stretched into our upper back, our middle back, and into the fronts and the backs of our hips. Now we're going to start moving into the legs. What I'd like you to do now is take your right leg and bring the shin parallel to the top of the mat. Bring your left shin and bring it onto the edge of the left side of your mat. I've been doing this stretch now for a few weeks because it's so good to get into the outsides of our legs. Breathe into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, again, tilt your torso forward. It's going to feel awkward with that left hip lifted. That's normal. You're doing it right. Just bring yourself down and find the stretch in the outside of your right glutes. Take 3 breaths there. Soften as you exhale. One more round of breath. Then press into your hands and lift yourself back up. To change sides, we're simply going to lift our left knee up, lift our right knee up, so we're kind of facing forward, and then we're rocking over to the back of our mats. I want you to bring your right shin parallel to, or I want you to bring your right shin on the edge of the right side of your mat. Bring your left shin parallel to the top of your mat. Inhale to lift yourself up, and exhale, reach your hands forward and lower yourself down to find the stretch in the left side of your body, around the glute area. Take 3 breaths here. When you've taken that 3rd exhale, press into your hands, lift yourself up. Cool. Now come back to the top of your mat, and from here I want you to bring your feet together again and move them further away from you and start to kind of peel the bottom of your feet up towards the ceiling. We're going to do one side first, so gently take a hold of your foot and press into the padding of the big toe. And this will turn the bottom face of your foot upwards. When this happens, you'll feel that your hip starts to rotate. And what we're doing is we're increasing a stretch into the outside of our leg as we do so. You might want to lean forward. That will increase the stretch. You might want to press your left arm down. That'll accentuate that stretch too. And just hold here for a breath or two. After that second exhale, just bring yourself up gently. You can kind of bring that left foot in. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, take a hold of your foot and press the padding of your big toe down towards the floor. Feel the face of the foot turn upwards. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, tilt your torso forward and just hold here. Or press the arm into the leg. 2 breaths. Good. Then gently press yourself up. Now we're going to stretch into the underside of the feet and the legs. That's the last thing we need to do today. So bring your legs out in front of you. Extend them as far as you can and start to draw the toes back towards you. From here, engage your thigh muscles. And you might find that this is enough for you today, and if so, that's great. Just hold there. Draw those toes back towards you. Plant your hands beside you and press your hands down as you draw those toes back. Take a big breath in and exhale to point the toes. Inhale, draw your toes back. Exhale, point the toes. Take one more round of breath here. Good. Nice. Then bring your feet flat onto the floor, and from here, scoot your hips towards your heels. Then bring your feet flat onto the floor, and from here, take your hands onto your knees. As you breathe in, lift your belly and your chest forward. As you breathe out, slowly roll your back behind you and gently bring yourself down all the way onto your back. You might need to rock yourself forward to come all the way down. Now, the one stretch that we haven't done into our bodies is to open up the fronts of our legs, so our thighs and the hip area. To get into that space, we're going to come into a bridge pose. Bring your fingertips beside you, make sure they're touching your heels, and tuck your shoulders underneath, and press down into your hands and your feet, and on a breath in, curl your hips up and roll up into a bridge pose. What you're looking to do is to press the tops of your hips upwards to the ceiling. Take a big breath in and out, pressing down into those feet and your hands a little more. One more breath here. After the exhale, gently roll yourself down. To increase the stretch now into the belly and the chest, we're going to lift up one more time, do the exact same thing, but interlace the hands underneath us. And I want you to press your forearms into the floor as you do that and squeeze your shoulders together. So bring your hands beside you. As you breathe in next, lift your hips up off the floor. Roll up into your bridge pose. Then interlace your fingers. Press your hands together and draw your shoulders together as you lift up and stretch into the chest. Take 3 breaths here. Bring your hands beside you, roll your spine gently down onto the floor. Bring your knees into your chest and gently circle them to massage into your back. Alrighty. To close the class, we're going to do some twists. So bring your knees into a 90-degree angle. To close the class, we're going to do some twists. So bring your legs to a 90-degree angle, bring your hands to a 90-degree angle, and drop your knees over towards the left side of your mat. If it feels okay for your neck, look over towards your right arm. Take 3 deep breaths. And after the third exhale, bring yourself back to center, drop your knees to the other side, and look over towards your left arm. Gently open your eyes, come back to a neutral position, and extend your legs out onto the ground. To close the practice, we're going to take 5 breaths in Shavasana. You can bring your arms beside you with your palms facing down or palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils and a deep breath out, softening down into your mat and feeling your body relax. 4 more breaths here. Notice the state of your body. And if there's any other part of it that you can relax a little more. And take a final big breath in and out. And wriggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your limbs in opposite directions. And roll over onto your side before making your way up into a comfortable seat. To close the practice, we'll take 3 breaths of meditation. Bring your hands through to your heart center. Take a big breath into your belly and your chest. And exhale out. 2 more. I hope that you enjoyed this class, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.